Top of the morning to you and welcome to Business Focus, where we turn the spotlight on the pulse of commerce and enterprise. I am Maria Ado-Zakari, your anchor. In each episode, we'll bring you insightful interviews with in-depth analysis of market dynamics and profiles of businesses that are making waves. We embark on a journey into the world of business, exploring the trends, strategies, and innovations shaping industries both locally and globally. Whether you're an entrepreneur, investor, or simply curious about the ever-evolving landscape of commerce, this program is tailored for you. Let's sharpen our focus on what drives economies, empowers communities, and fuels innovation. Welcome to Business Focus. On today's episode, we'll be taking a closer look at the African Industrialization Day. Just before that, let's take a quick break. We'll look at the stock and commodity markets, how they are faring for today. Just stay tuned. We will look at the stock market now. We'll start by looking at the highest trades for today. Let's look at the highest trades for today. There's Unity Bank coming first with 55 trades and MTN Nigeria coming next with 44 trades at 13,238 volume. And then we're going to look at the third one. The third on the list is Silicon with 35 trades at 1.973 million, yes, and the value of 11.865 million. We'll look at the top gainers for today, and the top gainers for today, there is Nokia at the top of the list with positive 9.95%, and Multiverse comes in next, a second with positive 9.92%, and ABC Transport is third on the list at positive 9.88%. We'll look at the bottom losers. The bottom losers for today, the top on the list is RT Briscoe with negative 9.84%, and Prestige comes second on the bottom losers with negative 9.09%, and Stanbic comes in third on the list with negative 7.08%. Next, we'll look at commodity top performers. For today, the commodity top performers include coffee at the top of the list at 2.68%, and uranium comes second with 2.55%, and copper is third on the list at 2.11% at the value of $8,340.1 US dollars. We'll look at the next commodity. The commodity for today, there is energy. Energy is first on the list with natural gas, that's Henry Hub, at 2.91%. And then next is ethanol. Ethanol is at the price of 2.16%. And third is heating oil at 75.02%. We'll look at the next commodity now, and the next commodity is industrial metals. Industrial metals, there's aluminium at the top of the list at 1.42%, and second on the list there is lead at 0.16%, and iron ore comes third on the list at 0.28%. We'll look at the next commodity, and the next commodity there is precious metals. Precious metals, gold tops the list at 0.69%, and palladium is second on the list at negative 1.06%. Third on the list is platinum at 0.11%, and we'll look at the next commodity. The next commodity is agriculture. There is cotton at the top of the list at negative 1.55%. And oats comes next at positive 0.50%, and lumber is next with 2.04%. And with that, we have come to the end of the markets for today. That's the latest market trends for today on both stock market and the commodity market. Don't go nowhere. We'll soon be back for the interview segment. Just stay tuned. morning and welcome back. We are here with Malam Yusha Aliyu. Good morning and welcome to Business Focus.
Thank you. Good morning and happy Television Day.
Thank you. Today is World Television Day and yesterday was African Industrialization Day, and that's what we'll be discussing with Malam Yusha Aliyu. So Malam Yusha Aliyu, can you give an overview of what the whole of yesterday entailed for Nigeria?
Yesterday was very important for African economies. African economies is one of the economies that has suffered so much from the colonial masters.
We're still blaming them?
Yeah, we have to blame them.
Okay.
Because they came into Africa, they came with the right investment, but with wrong policies. And today Africa has to strive hard to find its own industrialization. And when you are speaking of industrialization, you put it in two stages, from 1900 to 1940 up to 50s. In Africa, and then from 1960 to date. From 1960, that is when most of the African states, including Nigeria, got independence from, but industrialization as it is, it was a scramble by world nations. Industrialization in Europe is what gave birth to many Europeans coming to Africa to scout for raw materials for their own industry. And that is why they came in, they invested in cocoa, they invested in cotton, they invested in groundnut, they invested in rubber. Mostly agri-product, they are cash crop, but for the betterment of European industry. So in 1990, African head of state sat together and then decided to, look, let us fashion out some policies that will now geared towards achieving full industrialization. And the agreement was reached in Ghana, in Accra, under Ghanaian president. Nigeria was not there, for your information. But after that, there was also an attempt by several